Well, do your intro.
Yeah, I'm not live yet, so
Oh,
I have no idea what the title is.
just put what we watched.
Stuff. I mean, the title of the stream doesn't even matter that much. So,
No.
um, all right, I'm live, but I think I need some time that I can cut off because like when I download the video. Anyway, I don't know. Also, I have to get in the English mood,
The English mood?
It's not easy.
Right.
Because I only speak English once a week, on average. So, yeah. One sec. Let me get my iPad. No, I think we can start now.
All right. Episode 23, Stairway to Cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Yeah, today's gonna be a short one, and I think actually, like, I think it's a good idea if we just do it like this all the time. Just talk about the movies we saw. I think that's like more interesting than directors,
For people. It just depends on what the movie.
At least that's what I heard.
Yeah, but that's just one person though, too.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You told me you just saw one thing.
One thing. I watched the documentary on Netflix, Tiger King.
It's
fantastic. It's fantastic.
Dude, I'm not finished yet. I have 2 episodes to go, but it is so crazy. It's incredible in entertainment.
Exactly. I couldn't. It was one of those things where I had to wait for my girl, to be off work and shit. And we finally got through it yesterday. We watched 3 episodes back to back, and it was it delivered. It delivered that.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, the stuff that happens is so absurd.
Mm-hmm.
It's and really interesting, actually. I mean, I kind of lost track what crimes were happening. There's so much stuff.
Yeah,
like it's very confusing. Also, like she did kill her husband for sure.
Oh, for sure. That chick is full of shit. Full of shit. That chick. Is. Her husband is totally full of shit as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and she pretends to be some kind of saint.
Apparently, she's suing Netflix. Apparently, she's suing Netflix as well because, the way it made her look. I'm like, you just look that way anyway. You just scream, I can't trust you.
I mean, she gave the interviews, so.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's no saint. That's for sure.
No, not at all. He's crazy.
But I really enjoyed, especially the clips they show of him doing his show. He just makes me fucking laugh.
Yeah.
But the other people involved are crazy too. Just the entire community that they put together for that documentary is it's very interesting.
Like this Doc Antle guy with his cult.
Yeah, with this polygamous cult. Yeah.
Like in the beginning he seemed kind of normal, but he really is not.
My name's Bhagavan. I mean, that right away you're like, oh god. Yeah.
And he apparently shoots his tigers and stuff. And
but I have to say, if I was rich, I'd probably have a tiger as well.
So yeah, I'm not interested at all. It's like
hard to argue. I don't know. I love big cats. So that's what brought me.
You should visit a zoo then.
Well, I've been to many zoos. But if I had the money to have my own cat in the backyard, oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't get in there and play with it like these fuckers, but
no, probably not. So I still need to see the last 2 episodes. Are they good? Because one of my friends said that like kind of falls off at the end.
No, I don't know what he's talking about, honestly.
Yeah, I think he was drunk when he saw that. So
it's just a good fucking solid completes the entire story. And most everybody I talk to, man, they don't like Carol Baskin anymore. So
no, nobody does.
Everything is Carol Baskin's fucking fault. I love the fact that the memes have been Just
Oh, yeah.
all Joe Exotic. Like it's taken over the world since everyone's home.
Tiger King is the shit.
It's
right now.
number one on Netflix right now. So
I can see that. Yeah,
yeah.
it's great. Yeah, I watched that too. Apparently. So I also watched The Mandalorian. Of course, I continued. Today was the release of the 4th episode.
Oh, that's
It's still
right.
pretty
It's all
good.
timed. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, it sucks. It's still pretty great. And honestly, like I'm not a guy like I don't like cute shit that much. But Baby Yoda, that's something, you know.
Baby Yoda's cool. Baby Yoda's cool. Just like the Nick Nolte character's cool in that.
Oh yeah, he's really cool. And Werner Herzog.
And I feel like the music gets better and better. Like when I first started watching, I was like, this is all right. But the score just kind of takes hold the more you watch it.
What I like most about the show is that it's fucking serious, you know. It's not the usual lighthearted Star Wars. It's more grounded.
More like Rogue One.
Like it.
Kind of.
Yeah, but even more, I think.
Pretty dark.
Yeah, true. That's I hope they release more shit like that in the Star Wars universe.
I think it's episode 6 that you'll see my boy Bill Burr pop up.
Oh yeah, I already
amazing.
saw that he's in that. I like him too, so looking forward to that. Obviously, I also continue watching The Simpsons. I watched like 3 seasons. Yeah, it's just for me, it's the best cartoon ever. I don't know.
Ever.
Yeah, right. I mean, it totally like it's totally my humor, you know. And as I grew up, I understand the jokes. You know, when I was a kid, sometimes it's hard to get the references and stuff. But now Simpsons absolutely fantastic.
Simpsons is perfect for everybody, whether you're a kid or whether you're an adult. It still has that. I would even like to watch some of the later shit that I've missed, even though we both agree that it's not the same.
No,
that it used to be in those first 10, 12 seasons, but I still wouldn't mind watching. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably I'm at season 8 now, and I'll see how far I get until I get shit. I don't know. I mean, I'd be interested to see like I think I know everything up until season 15 or something, and some later episodes that really suck. But I'd be interested to see like season 20 and stuff. Yeah. Anyway,
just to see what happens, since I have no idea.
Yeah. So I watched quite some movies this week.
14.
Yeah, with the shows, it was like 14 things.
Yeah.
So from worst to best. So I finally saw the last movie that I hadn't seen from the MCU, which is Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah. Okay.
And
all right.
Actually, I mean, I was kind of surprised that the movie looked kind of good. Like it's well filmed. That was like kind of a surprise. But
looks
overall,
awesome.
The dialogue and everything, it's so whatever. And nothing in this movie matters. I was bored to death. So yeah, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the fact it's well filmed, I give it that. But and some designs of the dark elves and shit, that was fine. But I'm not a huge fan of the whole Asgard thing.
Right. I disagree there. I kind of like the Asgard stuff. I think Dark World is kind of underrated. A lot of people say it's the worst. It's got to be incredible.
I know some 100%. People really like it though.
I know. Like my girl, it's her favorite one. Her favorite MCU movie. So
that's weird.
Before Infinity War, anyway. Before Infinity War.
Yeah.
But no, I like the fact that they, you know, the thing that bums me out is all the Jane Foster shit. Like that, it's just too much. It's just too much.
I think she's a very weak character.
I'm excited for her to come back though, because I think with Taika it'll be a different story. You know, it'll be a better. The fourth one will be much better than the second one, but I like the Loki storyline particularly in Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, it's kind of the beginning of his redemption.
Yeah, well, it also sets it up for him staying in place of Odin too when he first gets back in Ragnarok.
Yeah, but we both agree that Ragnarok is the best one of the three.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Good.
100%. But I would
Wild.
still rather watch The Dark World than the first one. I think the first one's rough.
I think the first one is terrible.
Yeah.
And the second one at least looks really good, so that's something to, like, you know.
The first one
it's
at least has some good humor in it, but nowhere near the humor.
I
that
don't
the third
remember.
one has. It's just the whole fish out of water stuff. Like he's actually funny
but
when
his
he
eyebrows.
gets there. The eyebrows are distracting. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, a director we haven't talked about. Do you know Wim Wenders?
No. Who's Win Windows?
He did Paris, Texas, for example.
That's an old man.
Harry Dean Stanton, yeah. And he does a lot of documentaries, and I watched one of them. I watched Buena Vista Social Club.
Yeah.
Which is like it's about some aged Cuban musicians, like that are like, some of them are 90 years old and shit, and they're still pretty good at their thing, like doing, like playing the piano and shit. And so do you know Ry Cooder? He's a composer.
I do not know Ry Cooder.
Okay.
You got me there.
But like, he's compiling all those aged musicians in Cuba, and and they're recording an album together and then performing it in, I think, Carnegie Hall as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was okay. I'm not a huge fan of this Cuban music, and I don't know this. I've seen better documentaries. Just the structure was kind of boring. Just like, you meet one band member and they say some stuff about their past and stuff, and then they perform on stage, and that's kind of it. There's there are not many highlights or anything.
Right.
But some interesting cultural vibes and shit. But it was okay.
Is this recent?
No, 1999.
Oh, okay. It's a while ago then.
Yeah, most of the band members are dead now. That's kind of sad. But actually, like the album, which is also called Buena Vista Social Club, it is a big hit. Like on Spotify, it has like 50 million views and shit. It's crazy.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
For Spotify.
So no, one of the songs actually has 86 million. Yeah,
did it get you in the mood? Are you listening to it now?
No, not really. I knew one of the songs before, but it's not really my kind of music. I don't know.
Yeah, I can appreciate it. Like
me too. Like,
it's very distinct. It's a very distinct sound that they have. So
also, I bet it's like challenging. It's really good music. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that was an okay watch. Then I saw Stardust, which is a fantasy movie.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I read the book.
Explains something.
Yeah,
it's really campy.
I read the book like 6 years before the movie. So.
Did you see the movie?
I did long, but like when it came out, and I didn't really care for it that much. But I liked the book. The book is good. But
I didn't like the movie either. I don't know. It was way too campy and corny.
Mm-hmm.
The part I liked was Robert De Niro, and that's it. Basically,
yeah, I think I liked Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. I mean, she was.
They're
fine,
okay, but it's not a good movie for them to like even be attached to. Like, it was just a bad go.
It's a really conventional fantasy movie.
Yeah.
Like, the underdog wants to get the girl and shit, and there's an evil witch. It's just really nothing new except for the camp. Like, I mean, Mark Strong's character, if you remember, he's my English. So he's like the heir to the throne alongside his 6 brothers, and they try to kill each other to get to become king and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when they die, like, they are ghosts and still talk to each other and shit. And the alive brothers still see the ghosts, and it's crazy. And not very good. I don't know. I didn't care for the movie at all.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, because even when reading the book, I was like, this is pretty basic, pretty basic, especially Neil Gaiman. I feel like is a very good writer, especially if you go way back in the day to his comic books. But even reading the book just felt basic, and the movie is very basic. Very basic.
He did Good Omens, right? And American
Good
Gods.
Omens and American Gods, yeah.
That feels way more original than
those
Stardust.
are books, those are actual books.
Yeah.
Just like But he got his name in comics too. Like, if they ever make the Sandman series, hopefully they'll make that. But he's been trying to get that made for years. But nonetheless, Stardust I'm not a fan.
No, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that it's that well rated on IMDb at a 7.6, which is really good.
That's way too high for that movie,
And
man.
I don't know. I kind of expected more. Especially, it's directed by Matthew Vaughn, who did Kick-Ass and Kingsman,
That's
and Layer
pretty
Cake.
smooth. Yeah, but this is before though. So, but that's after
I mean,
Layer Cake.
Layer Cake was before that.
That was after Layer Cake. Yeah. So that
It's weird.
he took the money. He took the money.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, young Henry Cavill is in it, which was
yeah.
weird. And old Peter O'Toole, Lawrence of Arabia.
Daredevil's in it. Daredevil's in it, right? He plays.
Oh
the
yeah,
man.
right.
Yeah.
Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox.
I never saw Daredevil, but from the Marvel series, it looked the best.
It was amazing.
No, I mean Punisher was good, but
Netflix nailed that one. The rest of them, Punisher was great. Punisher and Daredevil in the first season of Jessica Jones, but everything else, just no. But Daredevil was.
What else? They did like Iron Fist and stuff.
Iron Fist and Luke Cage is what I'm talking about, and then the Defenders as well. It's just they didn't need to do all that shit.
And they all got canceled, right?
Especially with Iron Fist, you had such a backlash with the first season of Iron Fist, and then you had Netflix kind of almost pompously doing the season 2 when nobody wanted it, and then it kind of really hurt that whole. But then again, I think Disney Plus plays a big part in the cancellation of all those shows.
Of course, yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I think end of the year they release Loki or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm not sure which.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision are supposed to be this year.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's something to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah.
If it's on the same quality level as a Mandalorian, why not?
Well, from what I saw from the little tiny preview they showed a while back, then yeah, it looks exactly MCU level. So, because Mandalorian right away you knew it was like, all right, this is quality. This is good.
Yeah. Back to the movies. Yesterday, I saw another documentary on Netflix by Werner Herzog.
Oh.
And it's called Into the Inferno. It's a volcano documentary.
Oh, I've seen the thing for that. Yeah.
It was like overall it was all right. Not as interesting as I thought, but some of the shots from the erupting volcanoes, dude, some of the shots were insane. It's just unbelievable. Like sometimes it even looked fake. I think it's hard. Like for me, it was hard to believe if I didn't see it myself, which is weird. But I don't know. It was crazy. But overall, I don't know. It was kind of boring. They showed a lot of shit that nobody gives a shit about. So
is it him walking into the volcano, or is he just talking?
No, he appeared like he's the narrator, and some other guy is like interviewing people from like. They go to different countries. They're in Indonesia, in Africa, and even the most interesting part was they went to the border of China to North Korea and talked to some North Koreans. And I mean, yeah, you notice that they like the ideology is always there. They always talk of their big leader and shit, and it was kind of weird.
Yeah,
I mean. It's not a long documentary.
Have you watched any North Korean documentaries ever?
No.
There's a couple good ones out there. I can't.
Oh, really?
I'll try to get the names of them for you, but there's a couple good ones. There's one about an American that was in the Korean War that actually just threw his shit down and joined North Korea. So the documentary is about him. It's pretty fascinating shit, but yeah.
I mean, probably all of them are biased.
It's a little trippy what's going on in North Korea. That's all I'll say.
Really?
Trippy. Very trippy.
So, moving on.
What did you give Stardust anyway? What's the rating?
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. I wasn't bored at least. So I watched Togo on Disney Plus, which is the second sled dog movie I saw this year after The Call of the Wild with Harrison Ford.
But this one you were looking forward to with Willem.
Yeah, I was, and I was. It was kind of a letdown, even though it's not bad.
Was it too much Disney?
No, not really. Actually, like I was surprised how melancholic this movie was. It's very, like the tone is very depressing,
Okay.
and it's after like real events, which was cool. So it's not actually like it's not that corny as you would think with Disney. Um, but overall, it wasn't. I wasn't as hooked as I thought I would. Like I expected more. Even though, of course, Willem Dafoe always delivers, which is great, and the dog is actually real, which is a huge advantage it has over the Call of the Wild. Dude, Call of the Wild is the more I think about it, the more I hate it because everything in that movie is fake. The landscapes are fake. The movie, the dog is fake. Everything. It's unbearable. So Togo is more realistic.
Yeah, I don't know why I trailed off on Mandalorian for a minute there because you're talking about fake landscapes, but I just wanted to point out with Mandalorian that I guess the landscapes in the background are all LED screens, which is a trip.
I saw behind the scenes video.
Really a trip.
It's crazy, yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I know we're talking about Togo.
Yeah, Togo is like.
So what is it about? Like, what is the story at least of Togo? Because I have no idea.
I think it takes place in Alaska. There's like a small town, and some children are sick. They have like, is it called diphtheria?
Diphtheria.
Like they have some sickness, you know, and so there's a serum, a cure that helps, but there's also a giant storm coming. And then they send Willem Dafoe, who's like I don't know what the word for these guys is, but he has a sled that's pulled by dogs, you know, and they sent him to get the serum into the storm, and then you always have flashbacks of him, like it's always about the leading dog of his you know, of the pack, basically.
It's not a wolf. It's a dog.
No, it's a dog. Okay. And so you always have flashbacks of him and his wife first meeting the dog and not getting along with him because he's kind of a troublemaker and stuff. And then they get to love him and shit, and he's like the best leading dog ever. And it's kind of but yeah, it's I'm not gonna spoil it, but it has a rather unconventional ending for a Disney movie. It's kind of sad, actually.
That's good then. That's good.
Also, besides Defoe, there's two people from Game of Thrones in it. I think one of them is called Richard Dormer. He's
Beric.
The guy,
Beric,
right?
Yeah.
And the other one is Roose Bolton, who I like that actor. I like it when he's in movies.
He was great as Roose too. Just fantastic as Roose Bolton.
Sadly, in movies, he's always in minor parts. He was in Justice League as some gangster, and in Legend of the Sword, King Arthur. But yeah, he's cool. Togo, I gave it a 7 out of 10, but maybe I should rate it down to a 6 because it was really kind of a letdown.
8.1. Do you think the IMDb rating?
No, I think that's way too high. Actually, I don't get it.
PG. Look at you with all the family movies, man. Just slaying it this year. Duo,
next
Call of the Wild, Togo, just bringing it.
Right. Next one's a real family movie.
Oh man.
I've actually watched The Man Who Wasn't There.
Oh.
By the Coen brothers.
There we go.
With Billy Bob Thornton and the great late James Gandolfini. Yeah. It's what you get. Like, Coen movies are always the same, I feel like from the story. The story is always kind of like it's some normal dude who gets in trouble for doing like a huge mistake just because he wants to, like, I don't know, improve his life or something. I mean, that's also how the whole series of Fargo works. Like some usual fella just murders somebody or something.
The real man, the everyman.
Yeah, right. The barber. in the case of The Man Who Wasn't There.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, this movie is depressing as shit.
It is, isn't it? It's dark.
Yeah,
it's a dark
so
movie, man. Dark movie.
And you always, Frances McDormand as well, and the very young Scarlett Johansson. She's like, I think she was 17 at the time.
Yeah.
And Billy Bob Thornton is absolutely fantastic in that film.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite. Well, Monsters Ball is his my favorite movie with him. But
Monsters Ball.
That's another one that you got to have on your list. So the one where Halle Berry got the Oscar, well deserved, which is really weird to say, because Halle Berry makes terrible movies like most of them. But
that's true. Sadly,
that her role in Monsters Ball is undeniably an Oscar-winning performance. But Heath Ledger too. Just But I've always liked this movie, The Man Who Wasn't There. So I hope you at least enjoyed it. It is really dark and depressing.
Yeah, and that's why I probably won't see it again. But it was good.
It's good.
I mean, it was kind of different from the other Coen movies in the tone, but not story-wise. And right. I really like seeing James Gandolfini because he's dead, and it's just kind of nice to see him in movies.
Well, maybe one day you'll take the plunge and do the Sopranos run, because it's worth it.
I should.
Well
probably,
worth it.
Yeah.
Well worth it, because he is fantastic in the Sopranos.
I bet. Yeah. But speaking of James Gandolfini, today I watched The Last Castle with Robert Redford and
I remember this movie. Ruffalo is Ruffalo in it?
Mark Ruffalo's in it. Clifton Collins Jr. as well. Yeah. It's really corny and patriotic, but I thought it was great. I don't know.
That's the reason I didn't like that movie.
Yeah. It's so over the top.
I never liked The Last Castle, but as long as you enjoyed it, you know what I mean?
I thought it was really fun, so I don't know.
Delroy Lindo, the man from the 90s. He was in a lot of movies back then. Delroy Lindo.
I felt like, actually, Robert Redford kind of reminded me of Brad Pitt in that movie. I don't know why. From the looks and just the way, this coolness, they share some coolness.
Maybe you need to watch Spy Game with both of them.
Actually, I plan on doing that because it's on Netflix.
Tony Scott, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, The Last Castle is so unrealistic, but it's fun. So I don't know.
I mean, I can't go. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah.
What else did that guy do? Rod Laurie. Let's see. Nothing. I'm just saying. No, he's got a lot of movies. It looks like he did the remake of Straw Dogs, which I didn't see. But Straw Dogs with Dustin Hoffman, the original, amazing movie, especially for the 70s. But that is about it. Yeah, that guy kind of faded away a little bit.
No,
a lot of TV.
So yeah, then the last movie that I saw for the first time this week, because I have some rewatches as well. I saw Pink Floyd The Wall by Alan Parker.
Gotta eat your meat,
I thought it was great. It's super trippy, and I can't say that I understood the film, but it was like the visuals, the animated parts, and just overall, I do like Pink Floyd, and since I watched that movie, I'm listening to The Wall constantly. It's a great album.
Now comes the Pink Floyd obsession. Here it comes.
No, not really. I tried to get into that, but I'm not a huge fan of all of their stuff.
Oh, I agree with you there.
The Wall and some earlier stuff.
Dark Side of the Moon. I will stand behind that one. That's
my brother's a huge fan, and I listened to it, and I don't know, didn't stick.
The Wall.
But the movie, dude, I thought it was really good. It was a trip.
It is.
Did you see that?
Way back in the day, dude. Way back.
I think
probably like 1991, 92 when I watched it with my uncle a long time ago.
That's kind of young to see that, right? I mean,
yeah, but I watched everything when I was young, though. So I was watching Terminator when I was 5. So Conan when I was 5.
Oh,
I mean, I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful that there was no censorship. None of that shit.
Okay.
My grandma would try to hide the boobies, but My dad and shit. He never cared.
I mean, that's
It's
cool.
funny. It's interesting that, they're always trying to hide the boobies, but not the language or the extreme violence, that I was watching.
Yeah, if you saw Terminator as a child,
Oh, it scared the shit out of me, but it was great.
Yeah, I can see that. But did you even get the plot? Because
I
you were
did.
5? Oh,
I
really?
did, yeah.
That's weird. Smart
I
child.
still have, I can remember a lot of shit from way back in the day. It's weird that how you get older and you start forgetting little shit, but you still remember the big things back in the day. But luckily, even if I couldn't follow along, I always had my uncle there to help me out a little bit. Because there were some things that I do remember that I had to watch later on to really get the point. But Conan's pretty basic. I think Terminator's pretty basic too. Dude comes from the future.
Yeah, but it's time travel. That's confusing.
Nah,
not really. Not in the case of Terminator.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of children's books with time travel too.
Oh,
yeah.
But what do you think of The Wall, the movie?
I mean, it's not something I'm gonna rush out and watch. I'm not like I'm like you. I'm not the biggest Pink Floyd guy, so
I appreciate them, but
yeah, I appreciate them as a band, and they've given me some great music that I do love. I love Time. Time is my favorite song by Pink Floyd. Comfortably Numb is up there as well. I love Comfortably Numb.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm not like if I got tickets to Pink Floyd, even back in the day, I would just give them to somebody. I wouldn't be rushing out to see Pink Floyd.
Okay.
So, but I mean, the movie though itself is still is up there as one of the biggest music mockumentary, whatever we want to call that shit. Movies.
Yeah,
ever.
it's kind of just a piece of art.
Because you got Tommy as well from The Who. I don't know if you ever saw Tommy, but that's a trippy thing. I started I appreciated The Who more and more over time, but that's not Pink Floyd.
I do like some songs by The Who. Actually, I thought, wouldn't it be a good idea to make something like The Wall with The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway? I think that would fit.
Yeah,
because it's also a concept album, and I think it would work.
And I still think that most people, when you think Genesis, think Phil Collins Genesis.
Of course.
So, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, but you're so cool, though.
Right. So now only movies that I've seen before.
These are the rewatches?
Yeah, some rewatches, but some interesting ones.
All right.
So we don't have to talk about the fact that I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Again, is this number 12? Number 12. See, at least I knew.
Yeah, I was drunk.
Still holding up?
Yes, for me,
okay.
at least.
All right.
So I rewatched. I don't know why, but I kind of just decided spontaneously to rewatch The Graduate with Dustin Hoffman because I thought it was a cool idea. When I first saw it, I didn't know Simon and Garfunkel, and their music is a big part in this film.
It's awesome too.
Yeah, really, yeah, of course. But now that I really I love Simon and Garfunkel now. I discovered him like a year ago, and it was a great rewatch. Even though it's kind of like the use of Sound of Silence and Scarborough Fair in this film is kind of excessive.
They do use yeah.
They play Scarborough Fair 4 times in a row. It's kind of weird.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I love the song. It's absolutely fantastic, but still. One of the best endings ever for me, probably.
I agree.
I love it.
Love the ending.
And yeah, young Dustin Hoffman, he's just fantastic. Yeah,
he's good, and Bancroft is really good in it.
Yes.
The girl, I don't really remember that much. Is her name?
She was okay.
That's really the stars are the two, Dustin and Bancroft.
And it's this movie is from 1967, and it still holds up. It's not boring at all. It's actually kind of fast paced, and I think most people could enjoy it nowadays. Still, it's great drama.
Dustin Hoffman was killing it back then. I think his early roles are amazing. His early roles, like he has some great movies back then.
My dad just bought The Marathon Man.
Oh yeah,
and I'm gonna see that soon, probably.
That's a movie that scared me as a child, and there's a specific scene in there. But I'm not giving anything
maybe
away.
we can talk about that next week. Who knows? Yeah. Also, I have to see Midnight Cowboy.
That's a one and done for me. Like you watch it once and you're like, all right.
Oh, really?
I mean, you appreciate it, but it's not something I would watch all the time. It's kind of dark, unsettling. Well, I would say.
Yeah. All right. Then I think you saw that. I rewatched Casino.
I did.
Yeah.
I think I saw an 8 on there.
Yeah. But now, dig this. Actually, I think Goodfellas is better.
I already knew that was coming. I already knew that was coming from last week.
It's just,
yeah.
Like I had Goodfellas in worse memory that it deserves, you know, and the other way around with Casino. I mean, I do like Casino, but
so do I. Yeah, Casino is great. Yeah,
I kind of dig the whole like this Italian gangster shit more than the Las Vegas gangsters. You know, I just like the atmosphere of Goodfellas way more. And but still, I mean, Robert De Niro. You always say it's a weak role, but I think only in the beginning. Yeah, right, a weak character. Yeah. Only in the beginning, though. Like
not even in the beginning. At the end, like I feel like he's just a weak ass old man that I'm not rooting for at all. Like
rooting. Maybe a problem.
He got to a point where I just couldn't fucking stand him. But you know, I would definitely rewatch that anyway. I saw that shit 3 times in the theater.
It's really long.
It's pretty long.
But one of my favorite shots, actually, it's weird. The beginning credits are amazing. Like when the car explodes and like he's flying through the air and everything's burning. That looks amazing with some great score.
A great soundtrack again too.
It was fantastic. Knights in White Satin by the Moody Blues.
Yeah. When they're talking, right? When they're when Joe Pesci and Sharon Stone are connecting, like you know, and they start to kiss, right? After that,
I think so. Yeah.
And that song is playing in the background, and it's so fucking awesome.
I love that song, dude. Also, The House of the Rising Sun by the Animals is in it. And one other song, but I can't remember. But yeah, great soundtrack.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind watching that again, honestly.
It's on Netflix, I believe, at least in Germany. So I rewatched Goodfellas and Casino, but a movie that's better than both. Also by Scorsese is The Wolf of Wall Street.
Well, you know, it's not like I can argue that at all. You know what I mean? It's hard to argue that. Yeah.
So the last time I saw that one was like 5 years ago or something, and I did remember some scenes, but like actually nothing at all. Like only like some impressions. But rewatching that was a blast because I think that movie is really hard to hate. Like it's just way too awesome. It's so fun.
I notoriously watched that movie. I saw it for the first time, and then I immediately watched it the day after. You know what I mean? So I feel like that movie holds up the test of time, and not only that, but it's a movie that you can watch almost any fucking time because the pacing is so good. It's funny.
It's hilarious.
Great honestly, dark humor in it, you know?
Of course, DiCaprio and Jonah Hill both completely Oscar-worthy. But also something, dude, the few scenes that Matthew McConaughey has, I think absolutely Oscar-worthy. The scene at the dinner, at the lunch table, that's one of the most hilarious scenes I've ever seen in my life. It's, it's,
It's like, you got to keep your fingers happy. You got to keep it going at all times. A little cocaine, you know. Fuck.
It's fantastic. Also, like some of my boys from my list are in that movie that I didn't know at the time when I saw it the first time. Shea Wiggum is in it. He plays the captain of his yacht. And Jean Dujardin is in it. He's like this Swiss guy, and he's like he's great in it.
I forgot because I remember being surprised when I saw him in The Wolf of Wall Street. I remember that.
He's fantastic in that. And also Jon Favreau, but he is like not even 2 minutes of screen time, sadly.
Yeah.
What a movie.
It's pretty awesome. Just an awesome story. Just an awesome story too.
Yeah, I think it's perfect that the movie never really focuses on like the downsides. It's just like enjoy the ride. That's it.
Yeah, it's very it's
Doesn't even
strange.
question
It's
it.
strange because it's such a fucked up story in a way. And I love
And
the
it's kind of
fact that
glorifying it.
the
But
fact that at the end you actually see him, the real guy.
yeah, and he's introducing
He
DiCaprio.
introduces
Yeah.
DiCaprio. Yeah, so Jordan Belfort, that's his name. Ah, yeah.
But also, like in the end, you see that like actually everybody just wants to be like him.
Mhm.
So I think there's no point in really like I think the movie does it perfectly and just glorifying it. It's fantastic. I don't know.
I love the scene too when he first gets to the penny penny stock place and he just fucking
Yeah.
torches that guy on the phone like easily just gets all that money.
Do you know who the
And
guy is? Like
is it
he's
Spike
working
Jones, right?
right. I was
Yeah, Spike
surprised.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually a really great cast
Mhm.
in lots of small roles. And
It's-
actually, um, I dude, Wolf of Wall Street. That's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And I think Jonah Hill like didn't take a lot of money for that either. He took like 50 grand or some shit just because he wanted to be in the movie so badly. And that was an impressive performance by Jonah Hill. Like
It really is.
I
Yeah.
like Jonah Hill needs to I don't know if I want to say need, but it'd just be nice to see him in a role like that again, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Cuz it was killer. It was a killer fucking role.
Oh, also John Bernthal is in it, who's always great.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Guy from The Walking Dead or The Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Bernthal.
Um. Yeah, I think that's all I watched basically.
I thought you said you watched 14 movies.
No, it's like wait.
Get the
It's
fuck out of here. You
12
got
movies.
more than that.
Dude, no, 12 movies, The Mandalorian, Tiger King, and Simpsons. That's like 15 things.
Oh.
So,
Well, I see now.
yeah.
I thought you had more to bring to the table.
Sadly not. I tried my best, though.
Because I had so much to bring to the table this week. You know,
I know, right?
rocking it out there.
Dude, I always try to watch as much as I can, but sometimes it's kind of hard to motivate yourself to watch movies during the day when it's like sunny outside and shit.
I've just been cracked out, as we know. So,
Yeah, right.
smoking that crack pipe that's called rust, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I know no one cares, but yesterday, 122,000 people broke another record. Just saying. Just saying.
I see.
Buy your rust stock now, you know?
Right. I think we can still talk about some directors, though.
Yeah.
I think we
got a
still have
little
like
time.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Fire some at me. Let's hear it.
All right. So this is like directors who made their mark in the 2000s. The first one I can't really talk about. It's Joss Whedon.
Why can't you talk about Joss Whedon?
Because I haven't seen much by him. Like I've seen The Avengers, of course. And he did. No, he only wrote Cabin in the Woods, but that's it. You know.
I still think The Avengers holds up, even though now it's kind of pales in comparison to like Infinity War and shit. I think the Russo brothers just are those two guys.
Perfect choice.
I cannot wait to see what they do next because those guys blew me the fuck away with what they brought to the table to the MCU. But I have to say, like, at the time, I remember when I heard Joss Whedon was doing Avengers, I was like, ah, fuck, he's gonna fuck it up. But he delivered. He delivered back in 2012 when it was released. Like, I remember loving the first Avengers.
Lots of people do.
I still do too. Age of Ultron, I don't think is as good.
No.
Even though there's a lot about Age of Ultron I like. You know, that's one that they, I don't know. If it's, I don't want to get into it. It's too much comic talk. It's too much comic talk.
I just feel like
people love this dude. Like there are circles that just think this dude is like the greatest thing ever, and I don't know.
Because
I think he's just okay, man.
He created Firefly, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like whatever.
I don't know. The problem I have with the Avengers 1 is, in comparison to the later movies, it seems so lame, and I don't know. Also, it has some weird, like the look of the movie. I don't like. It looks like a soap opera. I don't know.
No, I still think it holds up. The only thing it doesn't hold up to me is just the level of action, I would say. But I think the writing is still pretty good.
Yeah, it has some good jokes, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, and for me, there's not much to say about Joss Whedon.
His career's kind of taken a dive lately too. So.
Yeah, I think like Age of Ultron was the last thing he did, the last big thing.
Well, I mean, he surely didn't help Justice League, so I think that really hurt him as well. You know. Just,
yeah, he helped out.
He was. I mean, he did help get Agents of Shield off the ground, which I thank him for that because I think Agents of Shield is pretty underrated. I think Agents of Shield is fucking
Never
blast to watch. It's a good time. It's a good time. There's I think there's one season that I just did not care for, but other than that, 6 seasons, that's not too bad. It's not too bad.
But do the real Avengers appear?
No, none of that shit. None of that shit. They just kind of. Yeah, but like, okay, so you're probably more for fans of comics, you know. I'll give
fair
that
enough
disclaimer, but it's still well written, and Coulson's great. I love Coulson.
That's what I hear. So next up would be 2 Korean directors, Park Chan-wook.
I was gonna like make fun of
it. So who obviously did Old Boy, which is a classic already, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And the other movie I've seen by him is called The Handmaiden, which was also not bad. But I feel like for that one of my friends really loves it. He just recently saw it. It's a really long movie, and for me, I wasn't into it when I saw it the first time. I don't know why. But Old Boy's great. Have you seen movies beside Old Boy?
Old Boy is a cult classic. No, really. I have not.
Yeah, like I think Old Boy is part of his Vengeance trilogy, like with Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance, the 2 other movies.
Do you have
Never
Takashi,
saw them. Right.
Do you have Takashi Miike on your list?
No, I should. Yeah.
You've heard of Takashi Miike, right?
Of course. I've only seen one movie by him though, which is 13 Assassins.
Ichi the Killer and The Audition. Those are worth it.
Yeah, they're on my list actually. That's funny.
Ichi the Killer.
Also,
I don't bring a lot of foreign language into the fold, but I got a couple. I got a couple sneaky ones in here sometimes.
Yeah. Dude, also Takashi Miike or Mike, I don't know.
I just go Mike, you know.
Yeah, of course. I think he does like 1 movie a year or 2. It's crazy.
Yeah,
he's pumping it out. For 20 years now. Anyway, the next director on my list is obviously Bong Joon-ho.
Bong Joon-ho.
Bong, as I call him.
Bong.
So I've seen his 2 American movies, Okja and Snowpiercer.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did like Okja a bit, and Snowpiercer. I don't much remember it. It was okay, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Parasite. It's kind of.
It's got one a lot of movies
ever.
Got a lot of movies.
What?
He's got a lot of movies. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, really? Yeah, there's some that are interesting. I think one of my friends just saw The Mother and said it was fantastic. And there's The Host.
Not to be confused with Mother from Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah, right. Is he on my list, actually? I don't know. Oh, he's not. And then there's Memories of Murder, which is supposed to be really good. I think that's with Song Kang-ho as well, yeah. 8.1 on IMDb. I gotta see it. Yeah.
And The Host.
Anyway.
The Host.
I kind of forgot Aronofsky, actually.
Well, wasn't Aronofsky
90s?
2000. Oh no, he's in 90s.
Yeah, but he wasn't on my list, I think.
Fucked up.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not a huge fan of his.
Right. I'm more of a fan of Darren.
Yeah, I think I've actually seen some of his movies, but the best one for me is The Wrestler. And Black Swan is alright.
Yeah, I think Black Swan is fucking close to a masterpiece, though, and I think Requiem for a Dream is close to it as well. And The Fountain, I've always said, is really good, but that's not going to be for everybody either. He's a specific director.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a specific, very interesting.
I think. the thing for me is his movies are just way too uncomfortable. You know, it's very very dark, like
I
really dark.
I even love Noah. I love that movie. I fucking love that movie. I thought he fucking did a great job.
Which
with
one? Noah?
Yeah, a lot of people hated Noah, but I thought it was fucking great.
I thought it was nonsense.
I thought it was
But
awesome. Awesome movie.
no. Next one on my list is Todd Phillips.
Oh, that must have hurt to put on.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the only movie I care about is Joker, and as you know, I don't really care about it.
Right.
Oh, he did War Dogs. Okay, War Dogs is pretty good.
War Dogs was good. War Dogs
Yeah.
was pretty good. Pretty
Um,
good.
but yeah, I don't like the Hangover movies.
Old School is so good. Due Date is so good.
Starsky
and Hutch was okay. School for Scoundrels is shit. What's he doing next? Is what Untitled
Hulk
Hogan biopic with starring Chris Hemsworth. Ooh, I can't
Dude,
wait
that could
for
be
that.
awesome though. Yeah,
That could be amazing. Okay, all right.
that's interesting. Yeah, and obviously he might do another Joker movie.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
I don't know.
That'll be, it's up in the air. Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully it'll never happen. I don't think Joker is the movie that should get a sequel, but yeah.
I would be fine with it personally because I want to see
If
more
it's
of him
good,
as
of
Joker.
Yeah,
It's not just 10 minutes of him being Joker. You finally get a full
Yeah.
movie.
true. Next one on the list is Steven Soderbergh,
Ooh.
who we last week discussed already started in the 80s, so he kinda doesn't belong on the list, but
Kind of missed it there, dude.
yeah, for me, like, I mean, but like movies like Traffic and Ocean's 11, that's the 2000s. So for me, that's bullshit, though. No. He did so much in the 90s, so yeah, he doesn't belong here anyway.
Dude, I'm telling you, Out of Sight is so amazing. The Limey is a movie that you probably would really enjoy. He's got some good shit. He's got some good shit in there.
Have you seen the Che movies with Benicio del Toro?
I started those. I didn't see the second part of it.
So it wasn't good.
No, I enjoyed it. I just got other shit to do.
Okay.
Behind the Candelabra is fucking amazing though, with Michael Douglas and Matt Damon. Great movie.
The Liberace movie.
About Liberace, yeah. It's great. Soderbergh is one of those guys that slowly has grown on me as better and better and better and better the more I rewatch his movies.
Lately, he's been making quite some experimental movies.
Now, I say this without seeing The Laundromat. So, I haven't seen The Laundromat yet, which looks weird.
I've seen the other two movies, though, his last ones. I've seen Unsane and I've seen High Flying Bird. And High Flying Bird is really boring. It's just... I don't know, it's about basketball, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, they never show a game or something. It's just all, like, politics behind basketball and, like, contract shit. And the only reason I watched it was because Kyle MacLachlan is in it.
Unsane.
Yeah. Unsane was actually not that bad. It falls off in the end when it gets way too unrealistic, but the gimmick of Unsane is that he shot it on an iPhone. And you don't even notice it that much. It's like, it still looks pretty good. It's a nice thriller, but the ending is kind of shitty.
I need to see Side Effects. I need to see that one. I never
Side
watched
Effects.
Side Effects.
That's Jude Law.
Yeah, Jude Law, Channing Tatum.
Oh,
I never saw that one. Haywire is a fun time, and I'll stand behind Magic Mike as well. I think Magic Mike is a fucking solid movie.
Actually, that's what I heard, and I heard that it doesn't deserve the reputation it has.
It doesn't, not at all. And like Matthew McConaughey is fucking awesome in that movie. Awesome in the movie.
He's always awesome.
But and I said it last week, but The Informant, by far my favorite Soderbergh movie. I love that fucking movie. Love it.
But you're also a huge fan of Contagion.
Oh, yeah, but it wouldn't be the favorite. No. I would put Oceans before Contagion. Contagion is just fucking awesome in its own right, though. He just makes good movies.
Solid movies, yeah.
Yeah, they're just solid. Yeah, very solid.
I also do like Logan Lucky a lot.
Yeah.
And
What about
yeah,
the Good
Ocean's 11
German? Did you ever see this Good German
No.
with George Clooney? I mean, it's about Germans though.
From what year? Oh, there. Okay.
2006. I'm surprised I didn't see
Uh,
that. Oh, Toby
oh, it is.
Maguire. That
The poster looks like it's some kind of homage to Casablanca.
Casablanca.
I don't know, it's not well rated, so who gives a shit?
Oh,
Anyway, next one on the list.
Great way to be a fan of movies there, man. You know, it's not rated well, so I guess I'll skip it. It's terrible. Terrible.
I'm a terrible person. So.
I hope you seriously do not go off ratings like that, because that's
No, of course not.
wrong way to do it.
Dude, I watch all sorts of shit. So, I mean, I watched Serenity just to see it, you know. So
that was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, kind of.
I think that's where IMDb did get it right. What do they have?
Yeah.
Serenity at?
I think like 5.3, which is terrible.
It's too high. That's way too high.
That's true. Yeah,
It needs to be a 3. You know, a fucking
movie
3.
doesn't make sense at all. Yeah.
Anyway.
So next one is Shane Black. We all know, of course, from Predator, but he started directing in the 2000s, and almost all of his movies. No, that's bullshit. Nah. I think he did 2 really good movies and 2 kind of bad movies. Like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and The Nice Guys are so good. Mm-hmm. Like he's really good at that buddy comedy thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Iron Man 3, I'm not a fan, but it's not terrible. But Predator,
I think Iron
Predator
Man
is terrible.
Iron Man 3 gets a bad rap, but we completely agree on the Predator. That was bad. It was really
Predator
bad.
Is awful, yeah.
And it was a fucking complete letdown. Shane Black, to me, is a writer first.
No, that's true, yeah. Oh, yeah, he wrote Lethal Weapon.
Amazing writer. So, and The Last Boy Scout, baby. Yeah, he wrote The Last Boy Scout.
I know.
And Last Action Hero as well. Hell yeah. I'm interested in Doc Savage, though, coming up.
That's with Dwayne Johnson. I'm not interested. Not really.
Yeah, well, you're lost, then.
Yeah, I know. So, Matthew Vaughn. Just mentioned him because of Stardust.
Mm-hmm.
For me, he always feels like the lesser talented Guy Ritchie. Because his style is kind of similar. But it seems like he's kind of selling himself too often. Because he did stuff like Stardust and X-Men First Class and shit, you know?
Which X-Men First Class was alright. It was pretty good,
Yeah,
actually.
That's true.
It wasn't bad.
But Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is Kick-Ass.
Yeah. He's capable of making it, and we're both looking forward to The Kingsman. So
of course, yeah. I feel like his style is similar to Guy Ritchie's in a way. I think they're friends, actually. He produced Snatch, I believe. But he's way more over the top than Ritchie is.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ritchie's with his he's good at the gritty, down to earth gangster shit, and Kingsman isn't realistic at all, but it has some of the same vibes. I feel like.
Yeah.
Same with Kick-Ass and Layer Cake. Layer Cake is probably the one that's most that's like the nearest to Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
And I was kind of let down by Layer Cake. I think it's not as good as the Ritchie movies from that time.
I mean, I never compared it to Ritchie's movies, so I mean,
really?
I enjoy Layer Cake just on itself. So I mean, you can have British gangster movies without Guy Ritchie. So,
no,
you know what I mean?
What you're talking about?
There's a lot of gangster movies from Britain without fucking Guy Ritchie. True. So
yeah, but I'm just a huge fan. You know,
I think Layer Cake on its own is pretty good. I like Layer Cake. That was
it's not bad.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of movies with Daniel Craig that are not
when he's not Bond.
When he's not Bond, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like Daniel Craig as an actor.
Yeah, he's pretty good, actually. And next one on my list is Alfonso Cuarón. The guy with great camera work. I think that's, for me, the thing that's most memorable about his movies is he has always fantastic cinematography. That's something I always appreciate. I'm not a huge fan of Gravity, but I do appreciate it because it's well made, like well made as fuck. And also Roma is very well filmed, even though it's kind of a drag.
I tell you, man, his adaptation of Great Expectations. It's fucking terrible, though. I can't stand it. I saw that in the theater. I wanted to walk out. I hated it so much. And that's a strong cast with Ethan Hawke, Gwyneth Paltrow, and fucking De Niro. I remember.
And Hank Azaria.
Yeah, and Chris Cooper. I mean, they have some fucking. They got a cast, but I remember being so angered by that movie. I hated it. Hated it.
But you're not a fan of Gwyneth Paltrow.
No, I'm not. She's not a draw for me. She's not a draw for me. But I like her as Pepper Potts. I liked her in the original Emma. I like her in the Royal Tenenbaums. There's nowhere near the fucking hate that I have for Andie MacDowell. It's totally different.
Right.
Talking about a seething hatred there.
I see. But yeah, for me, Children of Men is a fantastic movie. But since I'm a fanboy, I just love his Harry Potter 3. It's fantastic. And I mean, a big part of that is his camera work, which is just, outstanding.
Yeah, you could easily argue that's the best Harry Potter, too.
Yeah, it is, alongside the last one. The last one is just a great action movie. So I think now the last one on this list so far, because we're getting to the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, some of us have shit to do, you know?
Right. Yeah. So the last
I gotta get in there.
I see. The last one for now is Edgar Wright. Who's a really fun director.
Definitely one to watch. Every time he directs something, I want to see it, and I want to see what he's doing, and, you know, it's kind of a bummer that the Ant-Man thing didn't work out. But,
what?
He was supposed to direct Ant-Man. He was on the set.
Right,
yeah, he was ready to go, but he clashed with the MCU.
Yeah, because he had his own vision, probably. Probably,
but the MCU thrives because they have a vision of their own.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I don't think the like that Ant-Man turned out to be that great, though.
I enjoyed Ant-Man, though, man. I think Ant-Man's fun. I don't think the second one is good. I think the first one is fucking awesome. I know 2 people that say Ant-Man is their favorite MCU movie.
That's so weird.
Yeah, there's people that love that shit.
Okay. So they like small people.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Anyway, I think like I think I've seen all of his movies actually by Wright.
Baby Driver? You saw Baby Driver?
Yeah, I saw Baby Driver, but it's been a while. It's like I saw it in the theater and never since. So
yeah, to me, Baby Driver was a letdown, and so was The World's End. So I feel like he needs to bring something to the table now. You know, like Baby Driver was fucking 3 years ago. So
Baby Driver was a letdown for you?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I thought John Hamm was great in it, but the movie itself was just okay. I didn't think it was great because
I'm not
such
a huge
build-up, such a build-up that because like Edgar Wright, he has a very niche community. So anytime there's a movie, it gets promoted heavily because it's Edgar Wright, and rightfully so because he has done what he's done, you know, and. I can't really watch Shaun of the Dead anymore, but I think Shaun of the Dead at the time was amazing. And, but, you know, he's very capable of making a movie that I love. But those 2 movies, I just didn't love them. I thought they were okay. I mean, I'd much rather watch The World's End than Baby Driver, to be honest with you.
Oh, I think for me, it's the other way around. I think Baby Driver is actually really solid. Also, Jamie Foxx is great in it. It's one of my friend's favorite movies, actually.
Yeah.
Has some great use of music, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scott Pilgrim and A Hot Fuzz are definitely better.
I would give it to Scott.
I could watch all day.
Yeah, I think we both agree there. Those are the ones that stand out to me as well. Because Hot Fuzz gets paled in comparison to Shaun of the Dead for most people, and I think that's wrong. I think the people are wrong that Hot Fuzz is superior to Shaun of the Dead.
Also, it feels like that Hot Fuzz holds up way more than Shaun of the Dead because now the whole zombie parody stuff, it's been done a lot. So
even though Shaun of the Dead was one of the first to do it and they did it so well, it's just not as fun to watch anymore. which is
also not as I think Hot Fuzz is very unique in its story.
It is.
So
it kind of just bums me out about Shaun of the Dead though, because it just like you don't feel a need to watch it anymore, and it's a shame because it was at its time so fucking awesome when it first came out. It's a bummer.
Yeah,
it's a bummer.
But with The World's End, I can agree with you. It's kind of a letdown after the other ones.
Right. I'd still watch it though. Still watch it.
Yeah.
But Scott Pilgrim, I could put that any day of the week and have a good time.
Oh yes, it's fantastic. I just rewatched that a couple of months ago with my brother. He loves it too, which is weird because my brother doesn't watch a lot of movies. But that one he loves. Yeah. So I'll try to watch as much stuff as possible for next week, and
I'll probably get a movie in or two, maybe.
Lane. And if that's not enough, then we have some more directors to talk about,
Yeah. Well, thank you for keeping it short today. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, not a big problem.
All right. Have a good weekend, brother.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for Stairway to Cinema episode 23. Now it's time to get back on rest and have the time of our lives. Have a good day.